Parsha Ki Savo begins with a mitzvah of Bikurim. In this mitzvah, what the Jewish farmer is supposed to do is he comes down to his field where he's growing his fruits, and he finds the fruits that are sprouting first. He looks for the dates and the figs and the pomegranates and whatever they are that are sprouting first, and he ties like a little ribbon around it. No, these are the first ones, and as soon as they develop and they ripen, he takes those fruits, those first ones with a ribbon on them, and he takes them over to Jerusalem, over to the Beis HaMikdash, the temple, and he gives it to a Kohen there. He shows his gratitude. He says thank you to Hashem for giving him abundant crop. And the question with this whole thing is, what's the emphasis on the first? Why does it have to be the first fruit? Does it really matter if it's the first, if it's the second? Does it really matter that it has to be the first one? In fact, the concept of rashis, first we find it by a lot of different mitzvahs. In fact, for those of you who are familiar with challah, the mitzvah of challah, what do? You have a thing of dough, and the Torah says the first dough you take off, and it's challah. You give it to the Kohen in the time of the Beis HaMikdash. Today we burn it or throw it out or whatever it is. But the first one we take off, no, that's for Hashem. That's not for us. The first we give back. The rest is for us. And same thing with Truma Meiser, with different things. We have to take off the first, and that's for God. The rest is for us. And the quote, what's the issue with the first? Why is there such an emphasis on first? So if you'd imagine someone, daydreaming, and if you like to daydream, this can be a lot of fun. Daydreaming about, if I was a rich man, if I had a lot of money, what would I do with it, right? If you like to daydream, this is loads of fun. So you're daydreaming, what would I do? Well, if I had so much money, I would, I'd buy this, and I would pay that, and I would, all the different investments or different upgrades or, different things he would buy to make his life better, right? And then he thinks, well, what about charity? Yeah, I'll give charity too. I'll also give charity. In other words, in this person's imagination and his imaginative world, there's the primary, motivation in his daydreaming. If I had a lot of money, I can get all the things I'd like to get. And then there's this afterthought of, oh yeah, I'll give charity too. I'll also give back, but obviously the primary here, the number one is all the fun he's going to have if he has that money, all the upgraded life he's going to have. And charity, of course, is the afterthought. And what the mitzvah Bikurim is telling us is that's a mistaken approach. That's a person who has his perspective wrong. He's got to refocus. He's got to think, what's the first and what's the second? What is the primary motivator? What is the primary? What's the first thing we should be thinking? If I was a rich man, if I had it. The Torah trains us that every mitzvah, first we give back to Hashem. First we realize who gave it to you. We realize, if Hashem didn't give it to us, we wouldn't have it. We wouldn't have anything. And that's what we do first. First, we recognize we give back. We recognize Hashem's the one who gave it to us. We read the whole paragraph over there by Bikurim, which discusses how lucky we are to have any land. Just a few years ago or a number of years earlier, we were slaves in Egypt. We were wanderers in the desert. We didn't have land to start with, and here we have land. We have to be grateful to the Almighty first and foremost. After that, we can talk about what we're going to do with our wealth. I wish everybody a wonderful Shabbos.